British North America Inquiry, Newfoundland, by Penelope. All about Newfoundland. Newfoundland is a vibrant, beautiful province on the east coast, surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean. In Newfoundland, you will find many shops, museums, and restaurants serving the delicious local cuisine. But it wasn't always like that. In order to appreciate the present Newfoundland, we must celebrate its past and where it all started. So what better way than to talk about settlement and what affected it? What affected settlement to Newfoundland from 1840 to 1867? Politics. A few reasons why politics may affect settlement to Newfoundland or most places around the world are: even nowadays, if you disagree with the politics of a leader of a country, or in this case, the premier of a province, it may be very hard for you to want to settle there. As for Newfoundland, Newfoundland did not choose to join Confederation in 1867, but did attend the Quebec Conference. If you were for Confederation, you may not have wanted to settle here. And that is a poster, an anti-Confederation poster. Sustainability. Sustainability is when you use everything in moderation as to not use up everything at once. So how could that affect settlement? If a province is not very sustainable, you may rethink living there. Fishing was and is such a big business in Newfoundland that many people taking these jobs, people may have worried if the fish would disappear. Economics. How would economics affect the settlement to Newfoundland? Depending on the number of jobs available, it may make people more or less inclined to want to live there. As for Newfoundland, fishing was a fairly big business into the mid to late 1800s, so it was a fairly popular job and was always available. Social. What were the social reasons why people may or may have not wanted to settle in Newfoundland? If a community has different morals and beliefs than you, it may be hard for you to want to settle there, as it would be very hard for you to adjust. Newfoundland has a very large Irish and English population. You may have been less inclined to settle there if you were of a different origin, as you would have to learn the culture and a new language. Environment. Plains, islands, deserts, and tundras, how do these all affect settlement to Newfoundland? Newfoundland is an island, meaning that the land was rocky and had tons of water surrounding it. If you were okay with that, it was a fine place to live. If not, then you'd have to find somewhere else. A bit more about Newfoundland. What was the population of Newfoundland during this time? A census was conducted in 1858, counting the population of Newfoundland. When it was finished, this was the result. There was 58,170 women, 65,118 males, 124,288 people altogether. What was the main source of income? 1630 was when many settlements started appearing on the island. Before that, it was only several seasonal visits from Europeans for fishing. Many of these people settled in Newfoundland because, you guessed it, fishing. Fish started a huge boom of settlers when they discovered how much of a profitable industry it was. Unfortunately, in the 1930s, the Great Depression hit hard, and Newfoundland's fishing industry became ineffective. The island later had to become a British colony, and like we stated before, it finally became a part of Canada in 1949. Soon after, Newfoundland created its own culture, and fishing was better than ever, and the rest is history. Who first discovered Newfoundland? Newfoundland was founded in 1497, when the first Europeans since Norse settlers, John Cabot, set foot on the island. Although, like we stated earlier, it wasn't till 1949, 452 years later, that Newfoundland joined Confederation, making it one of Canada's newest provinces. What is the environment like? There are many different types of environment in Newfoundland. There are the mountains, some that reach up to 814 meters, plains on the interior, large forests that are inhabited by black bears, foxes, muskrats, and many other beautiful creatures. There are many lakes such as Grand Lake, bays, and many, many more. And this is just a short video showing some of the environment. Thank you for watching. And those are my sources.